All right, we are back live. We're here for the end of the semifinals of USA1, Adam. We'll take a look at the scores from everything. But first of all, welcome to the USBF Team Trials broadcast. You were playing in the event, actually, and now you are unfortunately here to broadcast with me, buddy. How you doing?
Yeah, great to be with you. Wish I were still there, but it's such a great event. I had such a good time. It's just everything bridge should be.
Yeah, and it's just it was we said the other day with we had Jadon here. It's just a bunch of really great bridge players holed up in the Hyatt Regency. You had to correct me; I forgot the hotel name, but just playing bridge
Yeah,
all day and trying to do their best. And you were through the USA1 and then through USA2 in just a couple rounds, which is kind of most of the teams in this event actually. So
yeah,
uh, we're looking right now. In fact, let me share it with our peeps out there. This is the bracket, so to speak, of the USA1 teams right here. These are the scores, and as you'll see, this little WD up here, that means that the Wolfson team has withdrawn, and the 8th seed, Cinderella Story, Kaplan, who had the closest match of the first round, like super tight, the only really close match, all the way to the last like 12 boards or so. And they just steamrolled Wolfson. They closed the door hard on Nickel, the number 1 seed earlier. They looked like Nickel had a chance to come back, and then it was like no thanks.
yeah.
So well done, four-handed. Also, this is
Amazing. Yeah, just an amazing run by these young
young and
kids.
Eddie.
And yeah,
Exactly. I mean, that's the magical mix right here. And four-handed in this event is insane, and to do it this well, and essentially the only round they were behind on was segment 7, and they had such a huge lead that it didn't really make a huge difference. But
yeah,
Fleischer Shuri has been very close all day until just recently, actually. Shuri had a big set, as you can see on the screen, that was 50-6 in set 7 right there. And that was a big spot for them. And this is for the finals of USA1, and see who gets to go to Denmark, and then see who gets to play in USA2 afterwards.
I mean, Fleischer might have been the pre-tournament favorite. I mean,
Considering how they steamrolled the last trials, basically, they were just pretty amazing all throughout.
yeah, yeah. And I played them for 2 days, and we played them pretty close. They were not on their A game. I think they were treating us as a warm up.
Huh.
Um, Not unfair, uh,
Well, that would be
but
that would be my stage in every event. So I'm the warm
yeah,
up match.
yeah. But I mean, I think the over under on that match probably would have been like 100, and
You
we
kept it
held it under
close.
30.
Yeah, I
So
watched that a
that
little bit
was
too.
that was pretty good. But they're just great guys and really good bridge players.
Yeah, yeah,
Like when your sponsor is Marty Fleischer,
yeah.
a Hall of
Hall of
Famer
Famer.
now,
Yes, yeah.
and really could be a pro.
For sure.
Like he could get hired for stuff,
Yeah,
but he just has the money and would rather hire people. Like it's amazing.
yeah, for sure. So
So
can we take a little peek at USA two now? So as we talked about the other day, USA one is down to only 4 teams, but as this is finishing, USA two is looking like this. This is not a quarterfinal. We can't call it a quarterfinal because there are still teams that are going to drop in. So as each event continues, the losers from USA one drop into this event, and then this continues. And here are the scores there, and there are not any close matches at this point, really. That looks like Rosenthal, Goodman, Nickel, and Bailey. Nickel especially. It looks like they're just playing because Kovacev wants to play. Because that is a really that's a statement at least. Hey, we're in for USA two. Let's go. That's a team you expect to do well. The original 1 seed or 2 seed,
Nickel was one.
they were one. They're always one. But let me show you guys at home the brackets here. It's going to line up with what we're seeing. This is how USA 2 is going to work, folks. So USA 1, we can see we're going to look at the last match here in a moment. I'm excited about that. I hope we can make it a close one. But we see stage 2 is where they are now, essentially. Here are those scores you guys have seen. And we see that after this round, the 2 teams from the semifinal will drop in, and this will now be a quarterfinal with 6 teams, right? So they're going to play down to 4 teams in the USA 2, but then 2 teams drop in, so there are now 6. And then they're going to play down to 3 teams, and then 1 team drops in to play the team that loses the finals, and now we are in the semifinals of the event. And that's how it's going to roll out, folks. And let me show you the schedule now, and then we can finish all these particulars and get to some real ridge, Adam. Here is where we are, folks. And Adam, I'm just showing them a calendar of the event here. We are on, I have almost pointed to Thursday, wishful thinking. We're here right now. We're playing the USA semifinal, USA1 semifinal. And as you saw the scores, USA 2, stage 2 is right there. We're going to be live on May 1st, pretty much the whole day to bring you the finals of USA 1. Adam, you're going to join me for the last 2 segments at least, and that's going to be a whole bunch of fun to see, and I hope we have just some really good stuff because we're not only going to be sweating that action, we're going to see the end of the USA 2 quarterfinal, and then we're going to start working into the USA 2, and we will be live again all day on Monday, May 5th for that finals of USA 2, and then we'll have our Open Championship teams, Adam. I wish you and I were both on them, but we have outside shots at non-playing captain work, so this is good stuff.
There you go.
Let's look at some real bridge. Now let's hop on over to the real stuff. And here we are, Shuri 212, Fleischer 173. So by my math, that's 39. They have some boards left, and we definitely have high variance at these tables here. You have Gru, Moss, and maybe we can actually, I'm sorry, Adam. We're at the wrong table. I apologize. You cannot watch this one. So, not because of this auction being super wonky here, but we'll circle back to that in a moment. I think we'll have time. But you have just Gru, Moss, who play the most comprehensive systems in the event. They play a variable system based on their position / vulnerability. And John Kraniak, Vince DeMay have a lot of structure in their 2/1-ish system, and also they just are a high variance pair. So
very active.
And these 4 people know each other exceptionally well, and so do Adam and I. we actually probably know most of these guys real well. So we'll sit at this table for now, and let's jump over these pieces here. This is just 2+ diamonds by Joe in the north.
Right, they play precision when they're not vulnerable.
Yeah, and look at that.
They want to be able to open all 10-point hands.
And this was a 9.
Apparently, it's a 9.
So hyper aggressive. This is why we're watching, and also they're down. Right, the north-south pair is Fleischer, so they're down at this point. They need to be. I don't need to do anything really, but
I'm sure the state of the match affected that opening bid. I don't think that's a normal, everyday opening bid for them. I could be wrong.
Yeah, who knows? I mean,
I know they're very light.
Yeah, super aggressive stuff usually from a lot of these pairs, especially the precision pairs. So non-vulnerable, it was definitely an aggressive spot, or at least that's what Joe thought. And then it just shook out in kind of a normal win, a diamond to heart double. Hey, Adam, yeah. Sorry,
if you do the hand diagram, it shows you the whole thing.
Yeah, let's switch to this format. Yeah, sorry about that, folks. This is going to show us kind of all the cards that have been played in the original construction of the hand, so we can kind of have intelligent conversation about that. We can switch back and forth as time goes on and catch all the action here, but I kind of like being able to see what's already been played and what the hands look like originally.
Interesting negative double.
Yeah, that's is that maybe one or both majors in this situation for them? It doesn't seem. No, sorry, it went a heart. Excuse me.
Yeah.
So they're just both being a little interesting.
4 or 5 spades.
Oh.
Obviously, he doesn't have.
Especially if a diamond is this. This is, you would think they would play this as always, just normal 4 spades.
Yeah. Huh. A lot of precision pairs play like a transfer sort of thing here, where 1 spade would actually deny spades.
Yeah.
And that would be the normal bid with this hand, or maybe just a no trump. All right, he's got a 9 count with fourth of hearts.
It wasn't alerted in the south player's position either. And then that was a takeout double right there. And then 2 diamonds by East, and they played in their three forfeit.
Yeah, that's weird.
They were playing three diamonds at the other table, down one. So they actually had the same result there. Interesting. And this table, it appears they have about caught up with each other, right? Yeah, that they're playing board 50. It's take a look at that north hand, folks.
It's not bad.
Yeah, it's gonna definitely go three
Gonna pass
passes.
around to
Yeah,
him.
unless
And
someone's feeling
they're
frisky.
vulnerable, so they can open a strong club.
Yeah,
No, sorry, not a strong club. They're vulnerable, so they play 2/1.
yeah. So as we talked about earlier, Gru Moss, the north south pair, they play strong club in certain situations. Maybe isn't fourth seat maybe strong club still in any vulnerability, but we'll find out. We're about to find out.
Yeah,
Um, Joe's
I
gonna.
didn't play against them in any segment of the eight that we played. I played. I played with Kevin most of the time and with Marty a few times.
Okay, there it is. There's their strong
But
club.
it's strong in
Yeah,
fourth seed. Yeah.
strong artificial forcing, and they get to start in the preferred way, especially with a hand like Joe's. It's gonna go
Yeah.
some sort of negative response by Brad, probably one diamond, I would guess. Yeah. And now Joe is going to decide what type of hand to show. He probably has a lot of options
Usually you get a spade
with
here,
any
which
four card holding, and could
could
be
be
canape
four
style here for sure. Canape style.
minor.
Sorry, I say that. I say that, and people are going, "What the heck is he talking about? Is there hors d'oeuvres being served?"
It's just little desserts.
Yeah, yeah. Canape style. Apologies, folks. Is just where you bid your shorter suit first, and then your longer suits afterwards, which sometimes can include minor major swaps. Not recommended, except
Right.
in these spots.
Who probably bids a no trump here, which is kind of like a forcing no trump, like, kind of a negative-ish hand. Because the one diamond bid is 0 to 7 points.
Yeah, super helpful in this system. Also, those are the underpinnings of really good system here. Two diamonds could be hearts, maybe. Would no three? Okay, just about spades here. Three spades, and then five-ish to eight. So he likes his
Right.
hand.
But he decided to upgrade this,
Yeah.
which doesn't seem necessary to me, but
Well, he has ace of clubs, stiff diamond, and if partner does have five spades, he's kind of targeting a good spot here.
yeah.
And then three diamonds is five plus diamonds. Canopy, I think. Oh, that hey, everyone likes the hors d'oeuvre.
Yeah. It's weird that he would say I think. Like these guys know their system really well.
Yeah.
They bid hundreds of hands every day. Brad was telling me. Uh,
Do they bid them
so
all well? Is the question. Okay. Well, everyone's into the yeah,
Qubits,
Q-bids. That's all the rage.
it's great. Yeah.
Yeah, all the pros love getting on there and just cranking out hands. And
Greg and I do it all the time. Yeah.
all right, we're just
So it
waiting
looks
for
like
something here.
hearts is their best spot. Four hearts.
And it's interesting. Brad hasn't had the chance to show anything in that realm yet. Is this the opportunity for him?
Right. Is he really going to show his five to the
Does he
eight?
like it? I mean, yeah, there it is. Okay, so he's gonna bid three hearts, and I think as I can see in the other room, they're playing four hearts right now.
Good.
And you folks can tell us. Put it in the chat on either the USBF YouTube, or you can also throw it up on my YouTube. What do you think about this format? And you're about to see why I like it. The cards are kind of, I think you can all see the cards and everything, but the good part about this is we'll get to see the cards that have already been played in the hand. So we'll get to kind of see the entire hand as it goes, and we won't have to remember, or none of you have to remember what's been played, right? It'll all be on the screen for you.
How would we bid this in standard, Rob? So,
I guess
pass
I would
fails
open a
diamond,
diamond.
right? And
Uh,
hope hope partner bids a heart.
You would hope all your good partners bid a heart here, and then you probably jump to two spades just to jump shift game force, the only game forcing bid by the opener, and now South probably can pattern out and then get a 3 card heart support shebang going on, maybe 3 clubs, 3 hearts, 4 hearts.
Seems about right. Is that what happened in the other room?
No, they also. Oh wait, they had a club by East. Is that possible? Yes, it was Kevin. Kevin opened a club. It went pass. One no trump by West. In fact, I tell you what, let's just flash to the other table now as the auction's still up there. There it is in the upper right, folks. One club pass, one no trump by West. All right, so a super light 1 club opening, one no trump. Interesting, right? Didn't want to bid 2 or 3 clubs, probably. Didn't want to bid a diamond, or he just felt like bidding a no trump. Double pass, 2 hearts, 3 clubs. Hey, that should be, hey, partner, I love my hand. I doubled and I cubed their suit. And then Shan bid 4 hearts there. So well done.
Yeah.
After a
Yeah.
very
I mean,
interesting opening.
they're looking for some action.
Yeah. And also that just proves the point I tell all my students, Adam, is just when you open the bidding, and usually for people that are reticent to maybe open a good 5, 4, 11, when you open the bidding, it is simply more difficult for the opponents to figure out where to go, usually, especially at lower levels of bridge. It's just important to open your hands. Not a 9 count, for sure. We're not advocating any of that. Please don't say, I heard Adam say,
No, it was Rob. It wasn't Adam.
Yeah, it was one of those two goofballs. All right, so
spade finesse is working. It's an interesting hand to play too. Like, do you draw trumps? Do you just kind of cross rough it?
Yeah, and then what do you do with the diamonds? And
Right. I mean, he might play ace of diamonds and the diamond now, or he might just see if the third spade is cashing.
if you're gonna cross rough, folks, the rule is you cash your side suit winners that are cashing first. Sometimes you may have to guess which ones are doing it, but if he does have aspirations of that, you would maybe expect a spade to get cashed pretty quickly.
Right. And both East and West played low high in spades. I'm sure they play upside down carding. So if they were giving count, they both lied, which makes it pretty hard for declarer to figure this out.
And let me show you the action, folks, just in case we missed any of it, or if you're just lost your train of thought for a moment like I did. Ace of clubs, and then it was spade, 10 of spades, winning the finesse, spade to the jack, and now he played ace of hearts. He gets to see queen fall now.
Yeah. So East has 2 natural trump tricks, and there's nothing they can do about that.
But he knows if as soon as he gets the dummy, if he wanted to, he can take another spade finesse, but then he just might, if he tries to get the dummy, he might be tapping himself out, especially if spades are. And he's probably just going to have to, can he get there with a cross rough right now? If it goes 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I mean, looking at all the hands, it's easy, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You can just play the ace of spades.
Yeah, chalk it up. Chalk it up, Am. Making 10. Can we play like this the whole time?
Yeah.
I was just seeing what the trickage was with it converting here, and it looks like it goes okay, but he can't know what's going on. And at this table, no opponents bid. They passed it all the way around.
Right. He'd like to rough a club with the 10 of hearts.
They're definitely taking their time to play hearts at the other table as well. And now, double dummy at the other table. Just from quick glance, it looks like they're destined to make, but you know, it appears there's certainly uncertainty at the other table at this point. So we'll keep you posted, or we'll see their score post as it goes.
Yeah.
So yeah, Joe's gonna, or excuse me,
It's
Brad.
playing,
Brad is
right?
playing it, yeah, and Brad
Yeah.
is going to be pretty
Brad,
deliberate here.
Brad is capable of putting some thought into a
Yeah,
hand like
yeah.
this, as we say. Well,
So I think
I mean, I think
they're
I
gonna
would
hold
play
it to
the
4 at the other room.
diamonds, ace of diamonds, rough a diamond, and play a spade. And even if they're 4-2 and he ends up roughing, it was a natural trump trick anyway.
Sure.
If I can believe the queen of hearts.
Right. So there's the result from the other room, 620 for the North South players, and that's a really good score to post for the Shuri team. There, they get there first at least, so they're not going to lose anything on this board. The best that the Gru Moss pair and the Fleischer team can do here is to tie the action on this board.
Push it. Yeah.
Unless they maybe work in an over trick, which I don't think they can now.
Yeah, he's not worried about an over trick at this point.
Yeah, of course. You're never at this stage. You're just worried about getting the plus score on the scorecard. Oh, okay, another heart here.
Takes the king of hearts, and that'll clarify the heart position.
And now he knows what he has to play for as well. Yeah,
Queen of spades, presumably.
Get 2 roughs in your home, my friend, and he could probably play Queen of Spades here too. I think. No, Queen of Spades would be down 1. Excuse me.
Right. The problem if he plays the queen of spades is
he can tap.
John can rough and
just
draw
draw
last round.
Yeah.
So he needs to get to his hand and rough the club first. Right now he can play one of the winners in the dummy.
Well, 10 tricks played. Well done at both tables. Right. A little tougher minefield to navigate in the auction at the other table, but both North South pairs find 4 hearts and make it. Here we go.
Yeah, well done to get there and to make it.
Absolutely, and honestly, this is a great match. You have
Yeah.
you have teams that have very, very good success in this event as well. Like obviously the Fleischer team, but the Shuri team has won a lot of trials. So the players on that team, Gavin Wolpert, obviously with Raj, Vince DeMay, and John Kranyak, and then Kevin Dwyer. And Shan has won the mixed trials, right? I don't know if he's won an open trials yet, but they were, in fact, I think it was Kevin Dwyer, Kevin Bathurst, Gavin Wolpert, and Johnny Cran who did it four-handed.
Way back in the day.
Adding Weinstein Levin to that team, I believe, for the World Championship.
They still couldn't win those fish.
That was a great team.
Brad opened this 1-0 trump.
Yeah. That's their 13 to 16, 13.5 to 16.
Yeah. So I guess this is almost in range.
Yeah. Maybe he thinks Joe needs a rest.
Yeah.
These guys play so much bridge, man. This is just another day at the office for these guys. With the pressure cranked up a little bit,
Yeah. So the defense has the first 5 tricks in diamonds and the ace king of clubs. So I don't like Declare's chances here.
You want to bet? I don't. And it will be a straight cash out, I would guess. Right?
Yeah.
Securing your plus 50 at a minimum.
It would be pretty weird not
Unless partner convinces you of something amazing.
Yeah, but
even though there's only 5 tricks to be had for North-South. Right. 3 spades and the heart finesse.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you're going to tempt that sort of fate in these spots. Especially because Brad is at the total minimum of his range. He could have 16 here.
Right. I think Vince will take his tricks. Or he could get greedy and just hold on to the 7 of diamonds and try to score it at the end.
I have an update. Shooting for the stars for the East-West at the other table. They're playing 3 now. East
3-0 by East
East
West.
West with these cards. So
Wow.
uh,
That's not going to fetch.
what win a diamond and no trump past two clubs, past two diamonds, 3-0.
Diamond and no trump.
West overcalled the no trump that was
Yeah.
heard.
Yeah. A no trump is a lot.
It is,
They're
but
really they're
you're
really pushing.
you're down 30 or so, or you were down more before you started, I think. Let's see who's it's been uh just 11 for Fleischer here, but that's 11 more than they had coming in. So yeah, they were down 11 more than they are now, basically.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like you'd still just play good bridge and don't do crazy stuff like this. Has always been my philosophy that there's a reason you don't overcall a no trump with this hand,
Well,
like
I
in normal.
think he might just understand that he has opportunities to escape if it goes rip pass back to him. But
Yeah.
it's funny. I don't know. I wouldn't expect, just as John heard at the other table, I would expect Vince to be more likely to take an action like that, but Brad beat him to it with his 13-point no trump. So it was like blocking here.
Yeah. And it's tough being the team that's up as well, because you're like, what crazy stuff are they going to do trying to generate
Sure.
swings? Do I try to match it?
I think I watched, like, it was Diamond versus, oh man, a long time ago. Fireman, probably. Um, and Fireman was up huge, but I think it was those teams. I don't know what it was, but they played the last set because it was huge, but it was doable, and you saw some of the wackiest stuff you've ever seen.
Yeah.
Just like almost egregious, I would say, almost not bridge.
Yeah.
All right, so this table has finished. The other table is efforting 3 no trump, and I mean, I wouldn't say they have no life, but they have very little life. They need a miracle over there to make 3-0, which would
This one
mean
looks like four hearts should be pretty straightforward.
nice hand.
Yeah.
So you would expect him to just rebid his hearts, but is he bidding 3 or 4? There he is, just 3 here.
Right. And does Vince raise with too small?
What Kraniak's thinking about here is he wants Vince to not just raise, he wants him to kind of raise and show some interest, and I'm sure they have some sort of agreement on what that would be here. Um, and
Right.
he's
We know
probably not going to get that. Ooh, wait, whoa, heart. Okay,
there's
just a heart fit. Okay, so this is just they have a little room to chat, I suppose. I guess they would be an asking bid. 4 diamonds probably is just, hey partner, what you got? Or I suppose it could be forward going, which you would guess Kraniak would
I
want
think
to
the
explore.
four clubs is probably a control in addition to the heart fit, is my guess. No, I know it says heart fit, but
Right. Okay. And this would make sense also because now he's going to just sign off and say, "Look, I was willing. I had enough for that, and that's it." But it could just be some sort of relay to see what
yeah,
maybe 4 spades would have been okay. I mean, whatever, that would probably be key card or something. But
yeah. But I mean, this is where they want to be. Vince
yeah,
has a pretty
it,
minimum hand.
you see why they work on their system so much, folks. They know exactly what's going on there usually, right? Unless we see some sort of obvious problem there, but they have the opportunity to kind of pump the brakes sometimes, take a look around, see if they belong higher, and still get out at 4 hearts.
Right. And so just take the top two hearts and pitch a diamond on the second round of spades.
I would take you to
Pretty
the other
straight.
table, but I'm pretty sure they're just going to be taking a lot of tricks on the north-south side and 3 no trump.
He's going to claim pretty soon. Yeah. One of the fun things about this event is you can just claim as soon as you have any idea, and everyone at the table's like, "Yep,
Well, and also you have a lot of chatter in the rooms as well. Like, hey, our spade's 3-3. That's the only thing that's coming down. You're not gaining or losing anything by the answer to that. It's just the crux of the hand essentially. So I
yeah,
like that. It speeds the game up quite a bit actually. There's your classic thing we were talking about. That should be 100% opening bid everywhere, even vulnerable. With this hand, right? 5-4 spades and hearts, 11 points. Get in there, folks. Brad has a nice hand. Just he doubled. Good. Three hearts is probably mixed for Vince. Yep, mixed raise. Good agreement, right? For just basic stuff. One under your major can be this bid, like 7 to 9. It's good sixes maybe with 4 cards or more.
and
Brad's
Brad
gonna
probably
do
did four
something.
hearts."
There it is.
Yeah, which is going to play quite nicely.
Considering you're getting a 4-1, the spots are muy bueno for you. Whoa, Vinny! Boom, boom. Making it
Well, I
interesting
mean,
with the old four spades check in.
this is the vulnerability God created for sacrificing. And I
Yeah,
mean,
exactly. I mean, and
they're making four spades, I think.
you can see the vulnerability in two places, folks. Right here, that's the board right there, board 53, and the vulnerability set up this way, east, west, north, south, or that bidding box you see in the upper right-hand corner of my screen. Boom, that's what you're looking at right there. West, east, not vulnerable. 4-0 clubs is good also.
Yeah. But just like off the top, East West are losing two clubs and a diamond. And they just have to kind of deal with the heart losers. But there's a fair chance they can make
Are
four
they going to
spades.
just play 5 clubs here? This is going to be amazing. Just pivot, but you're going to get a heart rough instead here. That's bad for you.
Yeah. Yeah, it turns out hearts is a little better.
Yeah, it's too bad.
If he leads the heart. That's the thing. Like, yeah, it's a singleton, but also setting up
But
declares.
it's also it's teams as well, right? Although it could go spade to the ace of hearts as well.
Yeah.
There, that's probably the more likely outcome here. Let's see what happens. Other room, as you see, they updated the score, folks. 28 points, 28 imps now for Shuri, and that is
And that's certainly the
they
easiest.
made 3-0 on that one board. Johnny Hurd 3-0 Trump posting it.
Wow.
Oh my goodness! Wow, they just didn't have a shot, and all of a sudden we turn around and
11.
the
They need
match
to,
got a little closer. Wait, did
they
they
need
just
to
claim and deny?
yeah.
Oh, okay, that's what he did.
He claimed the wrong
Yeah.
thing.
Was I missed it? I totally updated the score as I missed all the great action here. Did they get their rough? Did it go ace to hearts rough?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
good, good, good.
Which was like the only real hope for a
Right,
set.
right.
It sounded like South had seven hearts.
And that's the really big thing about imps, and that's the format we're playing in this event always. These guys, and you should be as well, folks, be looking for the only way to beat it. Like if you could think you could take a couple of tricks in match points, sometimes you kind of have to take your couple of tricks. But here, you don't care if you give up an over trick if you're searching for the only pathway to get a minus score for the opponents and a plus score for yourself. So you're willing to gamble and give up tricks in order to be successful in that realm. And here's another, I would say, a light one heart opening, but not for these guys. That is like robust 11 for these types of pairs. However, they are vulnerable, so I guess they would expect this to be their minimum ish.
Yeah.
And Brad is just keeps waking up with big hands, and they keep betting in front of him. This one isn't as
Yeah.
big as
He's
his
just
recent.
gonna have to pass this out.
And there we go.
So they can take five diamonds.
Here we go again with this diamond holding. East-west got to cash him earlier. Now north-south is doing it. We're at 28 imps. We have few boards left, but maybe enough.
Yeah, Declarer only has 4 obvious
9
tricks.
comparisons left, folks. 9 comparisons left. Because the other table is behind us. So we can circle back to them when we need to. I think we're watching the most exciting table, though, other than that 3-no trump that made at the other table. That was pretty nutso.
So presumably Gru will play a heart after cashing all his diamonds. A spade. Did I say heart? A spade, right? That's Moss's suit. Through the ace. But then, Moss gets in, right? Vince will duck. Moss wins the queen of spades, and
That was
now is end
kind
played.
of end played, yeah. He needs a heart instead.
Yeah,
Maybe he can card that way on the
he
last
might.
diamond,
He might
right? He might discourage spades.
discourage spades
Folks, this
and
is
be
what
a
we're
big
talking
play.
about here. If it goes as Adam says, Grignac has an obvious, or excuse me, Vince has an obvious duck of the spade. It goes queen here. And now with this player on lead, my goodness, if he leads a heart, it's bad. If he leads a club, really bad. If he leads a spade, also bad, right? Vince knows that's good for him, bad for Moss. So here, what we're thinking is maybe on this more diamond plays from north, you're going to cash a couple. Maybe Brad discourages spades. I'm guessing they play upside down, so maybe that's his first card, the 8 of spades. And
Now Vince is going to have to find 3 discards here,
yeah,
which is not going to be very comfortable for him.
because he probably wants to hold 3 spades, but he could probably get away with 2. But that kind of at least stops the actually doesn't want to pitch any hearts, right?
Right, and he wants to hold his clubs. That's his source of tricks.
Although I think he's realizing that his source of tricks might be in a little bit of trouble here. This is
Because if he pitches spades, then Brad can just like play the king and queen of spades, and he doesn't get his end played. Right, he might give up a trick to the 9, but it'll set up
right.
another trick or two. Brad has to find 2 pitches as well.
Just doing a quick check on the USA2 scores. They're all the same kind of runaway victories we saw earlier. Nothing to report there. This is the only match that matters at this point.
Yeah.
And we have Fleischer doing what Fleischer does. 23 imps so far to 0 this set.
Yeah. And Vince here is not just thinking about this trick. He's thinking about the next trick.
Right.
Right. He's planning out. He doesn't know that he's going to have to make 3 discards, but he knows that's likely.
Yeah,
right?
he
'Cause
hasn't seen the deuce of diamonds yet either.
Right. But he saw king and then 10.
Exactly. He knows what their present count is, and
yeah. So he's anticipating having to make.
yeah, there goes the spade. That makes the most sense, at least first, for a safe one. But now he has 2 more to make. With that, Arn is amazing. 2 clubs would not be too terrible for him either. Eh? Yeah, so a spade by Brad. There goes another spade. Okay, and then a club here for sure. So he played 5-8. I don't know what their carding is. I'm guessing upside down.
I think so.
We'll find out. If Joe leads a heart, they play standard. Or Joe just knows. That would be a good bridge commercial for. Wow, pitched all spades. He just knows this is happening here. Yeah.
I mean,
He's
Brad did pitch two spades, so
Yeah,
he
no,
doesn't
but
need
he
to worry
and
about.
now he's just guy has the same good luck position here, and now he's gonna get this nice piece of information when he cashes the ace of clubs. All the clubs aren't going to be good because Joe still has 10-7-5 up there, folks. But it's going to go Jack of clubs, Ace of clubs, Ace of spades,
Well,
pitching.
he's thinking about taking the ace here, um, because he needs to get the suit unblocked.
Well,
So he
he
might
has.
play ace and then jack, and then his nine can knock out the 10, and he still has the ace of hearts entry. I think that's what he's going to do. I think he's going to get it right. Because the
Interesting.
jack here doesn't help him the clubs
Unless
are
the
three
clubs are
three.
3-3, yeah, and he doesn't
And if
expect
they're
those
three
to be.
three,
He
he
probably
can
doesn't
play it.
expect him to be unless he thinks they have King Doubleton of Hearts in his in the South. And okay, he played the Jack.
Yeah,
You're right, though. He could have been thinking exactly like you were saying, just to kind of get his seven in. Or sorry, he won't get his seven in if he gives up.
right. But he can get six.
Playing for the miracle.
Right now, he's just cashing out
Hmm.
and hoping that the club split. And now he's done.
Mm-hmm. Five hearts at the other table, and that other hand that we
Well, he
saw.
could have held it to down one, but he played to make it.
So
Not under.
at our table, Moss Grew played five clubs down one with that heart rough. At the
Mhm.
other table, Rimstead Dwyer and Huang are in five hearts. And that, as we
That
saw,
has
Adam,
blood.
looked like it was going to make. And they just claimed. There it is. So now
Wow.
we're going to see Shuri take a nice step forward for them.
13 imps or something.
That will be a big boy, yeah, because it's a vulnerable game swing. 13 for Shuri, and there is your updated scoreboard. 40. 40 imps with not too many boards to go. Uh, 6 comparisons to go, 40 imps. So not unheard of, but they need the right boards and they need some wildness, Adam, for this to get interesting at the end. You don't expect
Yeah.
these teams to get too wild. Even the players at the table,
Right.
not at this
Well,
point.
we have had some interesting hands. I mean, that five hearts versus five clubs
Sure.
hand,
Yeah.
big swingy kind of hand.
Unlucky, really, for Gru Moss. With looking at their hands, they probably feel pretty good about that until the heart gets roughed, right?
Right.
I wonder what the bridge world would give those two
Yeah. I
results
mean,
there.
it
Five
seems
hearts,
like it
five clubs.
could just as easily go the other way. That
Sure,
there's a
sure.
club coming.
Yeah,
Hearts. It seems pretty random.
right, right. And it's ironic you're getting a 4-1 heartbreak, which might make you fear hearts, but it makes
Yeah.
no difference because that's why your clubs is going down. Right.
Right.
All right,
So
four
four
spades here.
spades here. Looks like there's three aces to lose and not much else.
Yeah, this is not the type of hand that Fleischer wants, and this is the type of hand that Shuri will take all day long.
Draw trumps and claim.
Yep. Beautiful
He doesn't
five card side suit.
splitting, but we do claim.
See you later.
Yeah. I mean, I imagine that'll be a push.
That seems
There's
very automatic, right? Unless something weird
17,
happens. Maybe South
7.
opens a no trump and it gets floated there, but I don't know.
That's I think it's way too good for a no trump.
I agree. That's why I think it's a super outside shot. Here is a hand that's too good for a no trump also.
Also too good for a no trump.
Speaking of too good for no trump, there is West here, folks. They're the opening bidder. That is 17. And many of you may, oh, two clubs. What's this? Is this, wow, 17-19 balance. They play that is their two club opening. That is correct.
I
That's
don't
their
know that.
intermediate no trump range. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah. Huh. I thought it was going to go like a heart splinter.
Ah, yeah. So two spades is transfer to two no. And then it's
Right.
probably
And
going to go Stamen,
Damon after
three
that.
hearts, three spades. A little slam shebang here. I mean, if Shuri,
Right. And so the pass here is probably denying a spade stopper.
yeah, that's
Right.
as it.
Very often when you get these lead directing doubles,
He's going to put
when
something
you
in here.
when you bid normally you show a stopper. And when you don't have a stopper, you just pass.
And then
And then part
redouble here is just retransfer. It just says, okay, I know you don't have a stopper, but bid two no, like I told you to. Yeah, very good treatment to talk about with your partners. You're going to see it most often, folks, when it goes one no trump and your partner bids two clubs and they double.
yeah.
That's going to be about stoppers. When they bid two diamonds or two hearts and they double, you should accept the transfer when you have a fit and you can pass when you don't. That's the nice treatment to have there.
If you play like a two spade size ask, you can do the same thing if they
Exactly.
double it.
Anywhere they're doubling an artificial bid because you have this nice little mechanism on the way back, redouble, and then boom, boom.
Yeah.
That's also why you want to make sure when you double for lead directly, you are capable of beating the contract you're doubling. Here's Stamen like we were expecting. Circuitous route back to our original theory here.
Right. But now they're going to be warned off at the spade suit and they'll just play four hearts.
For sure.
Probably won't even
Is he
sniff
gonna
it.
is he gonna make a slam try, or I doubt it, right? Because now he's gonna know he's off
Yeah.
two quick rippers in spades. Yeah, that's a very good point. He just bids four hearts easily now.
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
Did three hearts get alerted?
It didn't. Oh, here it is. Four to five hearts. That's all. So just pass.
Yeah.
Yeah, no stopper or best trap, I believe, excepting if he's passing. Okay, interesting. Redouble was for business, actually. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
So they got two spades off the top and a diamond finesse that's working. That's about it.
Yep. And their lucky spades are breaking nice and friendly for them. That's all they're going to lose.
Right. They're expecting a rough here, but
Yep.
not gonna get it.
And this, again, you sure you cannot lose on this board, essentially. They've achieved par, at least. They can only gain when you get
You
results like
never
this.
know. You never know,
You're
right?
right. Sorry. No, no.
They could get themselves into
I did not.
troubles.
I did not. It doesn't seem like North. I guess maybe South could step out with their club suit or something and cause some issues and lose some boards. But I don't know.
What do you think of the font that they have chosen to use for
I
these
wish it was
hand diagrams?
bigger. I want it
I'm
bigger
not a
always.
I'm not a fan.
Give me bigger. Like
Like the queen
I
looks like a zero.
I like I love this view. I really do with the cards. I
Right.
like everybody to be able to see what the hand looked like. So when we reference like where a card was,
I
we
agree.
kind of know. And I maybe I'm for my audience and your audience again. Tell us if there's a way to do it on this screen. I don't see a way, but here the hand diagram gives us the cards we're playing. Maybe we'll do this. I don't want to make people motion sick either from switching from this to bid to back to the cards to play, but here's what the hand looks like in the real world, folks. Kind of. One diamond by Kraniak. Brad, you would expect to stay silent, but maybe he's considering something here. No, I was just going to say maybe he's considering a
He
spade bid.
can't keep himself
Can't
in his chair.
resist. One no by West, probably. Two spades or some sort of mixed raise by North, probably. Just a pass by West. Interesting. Not willing to step in here. You guess three diamonds here or whatever
It looks
mixed
like a
is.
mixed raise.
Two no is probably a mixed raise. Let's see what they say. Good raise. Okay. So.
Yeah, he probably has some sort of go away bid now.
There it is. That is 5 losers, though. It looks like pretty easily, at least. That's assuming he doesn't lose a spade. So there's 3 heart losers. It's a club
Right.
loser if they're patient. And here comes a diamond loser right now. Does he duck this Cognac is the question.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible his partner has a singleton.
Yeah.
Unlikely. No, I think he just plays his king of hearts. And
Exactly.
he's going to get a
Sees what it
signal
sees.
from his partner, not just about the heart suit, but also like, do I want a rough?
Yeah. And
Right. So encouraging hearts here
he
is as much
says,
about I don't have a diamond rough coming.
exactly right. I just had this conversation with one of my students that I play with, actually. This just comes up. It's so good, right? You can tell a partner what's right by the card you play.
Yeah.
Now they're gonna, yeah,
It's
good,
tough. Yeah.
good duck.
It's so normal seeming to cover that,
Sure, but he knows the
but that
position.
sets up the king and the 8.
Yeah, and Kraniak knows this, right? He knows this is Declare's exact position, so he's just trading a trick off, essentially.
Yeah.
Oh, he got spades wrong. Okay.
Wonder why. Oh, he misclicked, is what he's saying.
Oh, did that flash up on the screen?
It
There it
would,
is. There
right.
it
It
is.
said that he
There's a
called the
director.
director, which means that there was a misclick.
Yeah.
So when there is a misclick, you can call the director.
And then play stops on the tablet, right? Tell me about this.
Play stops. The director comes, and you have to plead your case. And the director's default is not to allow an undo.
Understood.
But if it seems clear,
well, like if you reached for like your tablet and you knocked over like something and you touched it or something like that, like,
yeah, I mean they do allow undos, right? It's part of the conditions, but the
and
assumption is that you click the thing you meant to click.
well, it's funny because West is in the same room as South in these scenarios, right? So
Yeah.
So West will kind of know whether this was, I'm sure they're talking. They're all good friends. I mean, especially West and South are very good friends. So the question is like, is he? No one's revealing anything, but he's rooting for this not to be taken back, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. So now. Yeah, King of Diamonds. He's gonna pitch.
Yeah, I mean, there's no point in roughing here.
Well, that'll be revealing for Declare as well, though. Interesting. So they're just gonna get their club now, or no? They'll get a diamond too, or a spade, right?
Right.
Yeah, smart play. Just draw trump, see if you can get a diamond trick in the end. You will.
Yeah, it was a nice play by Cran. He can just cross rub at this point. Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry, we missed that. Ah, yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
He just has a high.
But still, not taking that, not covering with that queen of diamonds is a really unintuitive play for a lot of people.
Absolutely, because it
violates third hand high.
Well, it also violates cover and honor with an honor. It's all of it. It's all of it wrapped into one big no-no. You don't ever play low. But knowledge trumps rules. Right?
That's right. When you know the position.
And these guys know the position for sure.
The whole purpose of third hand high is to set up additional tricks for you or partner. And when you know you can't,
then you can go to plan B.
No need to do it.
Interesting hand here. North now waking up with the goods after two bids, a heart, pass, a spade. They bid both his suits, fast pass, and now Johnny Cran is probably gonna trot out one no.
Yeah.
Now the question is, how high does Vince want to take this sucker? They probably have
I
some
mean, it
sort
looks
of
like a pass to me.
yeah. Pass seems reasonable at this point, especially they know they're gonna open really good 14-point no trumps probably, or I don't even know what their range is, but when partner doesn't open a no trump, they probably don't have enough to play game here. Opposite this end, you would think.
Right. The only calculus here is like, what are they doing at the other table?
Good, good. Two hearts and about 8-11. Okay, so he just bails to maybe a safer spot and gives his partner a chance to continue if he wants. And
Hmm.
Cran says no, thank you. So interesting. Kind of like mini new minorish, right? Yeah,
Sort of.
he could
It's
bid.
it's an interesting decision.
It
Like
seems
you
like he
know,
just.
there's only seven hearts. There
Well,
could be eight.
he's also very balanced, but he doesn't love his diamond position, I guess, or something. Something spooked him, or maybe he still wants to play game. I don't know.
Yeah.
But he,
Well, Joe is pretty happy that they chose to play in
oh
hearts.
yeah, that's jackpot city right there. Although gonna he's gonna get a few spade roughs in his hand. Joe unfortunately also has long spades, but he can only get the dummy once. Yeah, so he won't get as many as he wants.
Well, Joe can now
Especially when Joe just
draw
draws
trump.
all the trump, and then leads some diamonds. This is not
Whoopsie.
going to go well for East West here. Don't.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this board could be interesting if there is some sort of comeback mounted. The score is still 40, however. And let's see how many comparisons
Running
we
out
have
of time.
left. We only have 5 comparisons left, so
Yeah, only two boards at this table after this one.
exactly. And we saw the board 56 is probably not going to be that super interesting. In fact, they are on their way to four hearts as we speak right now. Um, so that's probably going to be a little chop of action. Board 57 had some interesting stuff, but not going to be a huge win for either team, you would guess. Oh, wait. Kevin is trying to play slam, so this. And Herdman is saying no thank you. And they will likely sign off in five hearts. And if they don't, the match will definitely be over. Not that, you know.
Now low heart, or sorry, low diamond. Oh no, he's just gonna stick him in the dummy. That's just as good.
Seems fair.
He doesn't know where the king of diamonds is for
Right.
sure.
He's going to be real happy with where it is, though.
But now
Oh,
Brad,
no. East West at the other table bids six hearts with the ace king of spades on lead and cashing. Say it isn't so.
that might be.
They never got to figure out the
Yeah,
spade problem.
that can be hard when hearts is the trump suit.
Yeah. So you're going to see Shuri's score shoot up on this non-vulnerable game swing. I think that's another 13, I believe, or somewhere around there. And that will close the door on this one, Adam. That is, we have our final set. The eighth seed, Kaplan versus Shuri, who I believe were. Let me go back, actually. What seed was Shuri originally? 4, maybe?
5 or 6, I don't know.
Let me see. 6, yeah. So 8 versus 6 for the USA1 final. And honestly, great team makeups for this, especially the Kaplan team. As we said, the average age is probably the lowest in the event. If you subtracted Eddie, definitely, but if you keep
Yeah,
Eddie in, it's pretty close. Finn Kolesnik, Adam Grossack, Adam Kaplan, Eddie Wold, and this team: Gavin Wolpert, Raj Shuri, John Kraniak, Vince DeMay, Kevin Dwyer Rimstead, and Shan Huang. So really, really epic final here. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch. And don't worry, you'll see these other teams again in the USA2 roundup, which is still going like gangbusters. And as we broadcast the final to you, we'll be bringing you the quarterfinals of that event. And we'll get to see who's going to fight it out there as well. No good for East West
300
on
here,
this one. Yeah.
not good.
So that'll probably be an opportunity to gain, but it is
Uh,
51 now. 51. So we do not expect that to be gained, but I guess stranger things have happened in the world.
I mean, there comes a point where it's impossible,
Yes.
right? Like
We're not we're
14,
not we're
15 imps,
we're,
it's
we're
the
pretty
most
there. We're pretty
you
there.
can get. Yeah.
It's been
So this is
kind of a tale of two sets, though. It was 23 points, 23 imps rang up uh, by Fleischer at the very beginning, and then 24 answered within four boards by Shuri, and now it looks like we have our finalists. Let's see if we can get some excitement at the end, though.
so this is again that
17-19 balanced.
17-19 balanced.
Transfer, same auction we saw. Interesting treatment here. Now they'll have their
They
system.
play two diamonds strong. I wonder
Well,
what their strong
I
artificial.
think they played two diamonds multi. If I saw that correctly earlier, I think I saw an auction where that was out there. Three clubs is puppet or kind of puppet. Okay. Now you would presume that Kraniak has some sort of way to show five hearts.
Right, some sort of Smoleny something.
This is a, this is a pretty decent slam we're looking at here. So, I mean, they definitely want to play six, I would say, if you look at the cards. How will they get there is the question. And again, Shuri just wants to get all these hands right and just have a score posted that kind of can't be caught up to. And they're, as we said, we believe they're well on their way to that already, but it would
Yeah.
be nice to seal a deal with bidding this correctly.
So Vince has heart support, but no honors in hearts and so much in the minors.
Yeah.
He might just bid 3-0.
Yeah, especially because he knows his partner has four spades as well. So the only thing he might be concerned with is this here. With his partner having four. No, he just bids four hearts. Okay. And now you would expect key card here? Maybe some sort of four spade bid?
Yeah, I wonder if four hearts, if he had a better way to bid four hearts, right? Like four clubs must be good with hearts, one
Sure.
would think. 14 high card points opposite roughly 18.
17 and
That's
19.
certainly in the slam zone.
Especially with, you know, with the knowledge of the hard fit, that makes it a little better.
Right in the heart spot. The Jack 10 are really nice cards.
Can't know how good his Queen of Clubs is, obviously. It's amazing. There it is.
Right.
What's for? Is that key card or is that. Oh, no, good.
Spade
It's
key,
just a
right?
spade key.
Because
It kind of has to be here. Yeah.
right. He's worried about the diamonds. So
Exactly. He
Vince
wants to hear. Vince can
might
key
take.
card now, actually.
That's interesting.
Does Vince think this is something else? Is it a key
Hmm.
card accident, maybe? I don't know. But the reason we're thinking that, folks, what five diamonds is so, I don't know. They got there. Not sure what five diamonds was.
Right. Because if they're control bidding, they would go up the line and
Sure.
they'd
Yeah,
put
exactly. They
club.
have big clubs. Maybe five diamonds shows both for them there. I mean, I don't know. Or maybe it was just some sort of weird. For
It's odd that he didn't alert it.
He does have two without the queen though, and that would be the response to key card here, right? Four
Okay.
spade. If he thought four spades was key card,
Yeah, but he would
four no,
alert them.
five clubs, five diamonds. No. West might not know that. Oh yeah, he would alert the response.
He would say that he's showing 0 or 3 key cards
Okay.
or whatever the answer is. Two with that, whatever. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to ask them.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
nice
That
thing about being friends with everyone in the event, you can always
exactly.
ask them later.
It's an interesting sequence. If four spades is just the spade cue, as you said, you would expect clubs, and then, but
Or just a key card
maybe
ask.
they just had some. Yeah, exactly. Maybe they just had some discussion, and or maybe it was just a little mix.
Right.
This will go reasonably quickly. Probably will take a heart finesse.
Yeah, there's not a lot of danger to it.
Right.
All right, he's got two spade losers, but he can pitch them on the clubs very easily. So yeah, I would run the 9 of hearts, I guess.
Just gonna do a little discovery first. Nope. Wow, it's just
It's
gonna
just
get
not
it
even
all
wrong.
right. Thank you very much. No risk for an extra trick. All right, beat that, the other team, right? Throw that 10-10 on the scorecard. You're already up 50. You
Maybe
might
they'll
as
bid a
well.
grand. Hope to find the
They
queen.
got to drop the queen too, but still, can you come back from 50 in three comparisons? I would say we're watching the last board of the night, Adam.
Yeah,
Well, let's watch it. Let's make it count as
absolutely.
kibitzers. I have enjoyed this session thoroughly. I will tell you that now. As
Yeah, they must
always,
have been
Mr.
like a
Parrish.
14 to 16 no Trump
Yeah.
that he upgraded.
13 plus to 16.
Yeah,
North is north south. North is not going to come in. South is going to take a call here. You would expect.
yeah.
Would he start with double in this situation? Double we can see is clubs, but for them it's probably size or clubs, like we were talking. It's a
Right.
two-way bid. It could be invitational to 3 no, or it could just be this hand, which is clubs. Double is I like spades, as we've seen earlier.
And so, like we were talking about before, with no spade stopper,
He could
West could
ship this
pass. With the
back. Yeah,
spade stopper, they can answer. And so they'll show two no Trump, showing a minimum with a spade stopper.
exactly right. And the West player in this case is only concerned with showing their range, right? That's what 2 no does. And then East Kraniak converts and says, "Look, partner, I'm just interested in clubs." And now does Brad bid three spades? Is the question.
He
You
might bid 3 hearts. Like he doubled the spades.
true, but is he going to want to suppress this sexy six-card spade suit and offer hearts for that reason?
I mean, I'm pretty sure he's not going to pass.
Definitely, I think he's going to bid
He might double. He might. I mean, he's thinking about it. He
double and
has.
convert diamonds to spades. All right, double should
Yeah.
be takeout here, folks. I did bid three hearts. Nice guess, Adam. Good. Not like the guess. Nice knowledge of the game, sir. Excuse me.
Well, Joey will kick that in for sure.
Go. Yeah, Joe has an amazing hand considering how much Brad bid on this. Right, he's looking over
Yeah.
there at an 11 count. His partner doubled two spades and then bid three hearts.
So you've got.
You got to guess hearts, which won't be too much of a guess because West did
You
open
should
a
get the
neutral.
hearts right.
Yeah, because he's going to figure out clubs real quick, right? He's going
Right.
to know
You got a
Kreniak
club to
has five
lose.
clubs,
Can't
five
get the
points of
diamonds
clubs.
wrong. So a spade, a club, a diamond. You might make it.
Sure. That'll be a
Bridge is so much easier when you know where all the cards
yeah,
are.
right, exactly. Brad sees that dummy and is like, yeah, kind of. He's looking at a lot of the same cards we are, though. To be fair, um, he knows the ace of clubs is to his right, and now he can just start partitioning off very little left in that hand.
Yeah.
So the only card that is kind of worrying him right now is probably the queen of diamonds, and
He doesn't
probably
even
not even
care
the
where
king of
the
spades.
diamond
Yeah,
is.
We're just saying that the cards that he is uncertain of it. Let's say.
Yeah, yeah. No, I think he will get this right
Yeah.
without too much struggle.
But Brad, definitely the more deliberate player than his partner, Mr. Grew. Also, reminding you, this pair is they are world champions together, and Brad has a world championship also prior to that, so they have a lot of experience, lots of trials wins. But they are going to go down today to the up and coming Charging Shuri team, who will face off against the Kaplan team. Catch it live, folks, on May 1st, all day long, starting at I think 11 a.m. I believe is the time that we're going to start it off, or 11:30, something like that, to do with all the delay, and you'll be live here and on the USBF Twitch page. So all the rage. What's Greg doing? Is he coming with us?
I'll see. I hope so.
It's going to be an entertaining match. Both teams appear to be playing quite well, especially the Kaplan team after really a touch and go match for them in the first. They were down early in the last segment, and they just closed the door, and they just did not have any problems in the last 2 days with the Wolfson team, who's also an exceptional team.
Yeah.
Mexstroth, Berkowitz,
The
stacked.
yeah, yeah. Uh, no, I saw the nickel team comparing it after the last segment against Kaplan, and they were just shaking their heads like,
Yeah,
nothing we could.
yep, that's well played. Some talented youngsters on that team, and very nice guys on that team too. So it's a good stuff here. So just a little update for the scores, and I tell you what, I'll show you guys the scoreboard here if I can. Let me take that bracket out of the way for you. Rosenthal handily over Bramley, Goodman over Jacobs, Nickel just crushing Kovachev, and Bailey over Wildowski. Wildowski's the team that played Kaplan super tight in that first round, and now
Yeah,
Bailey best them. And that's our friend Jadon on that team over there. You guys have seen him broadcasting some stuff, so well done to them. And they all will dump into a six-way quarterfinal, essentially 6 teams in it, because these two teams, the Fleischer team and the Wolfson team, will be dropping right in to that USA2 event. That's the good thing. You don't have to do it twice in a row, right? You get to do it. The further you go in one, the less you have to play in the other, basically. You would like to just play one, but
so they have 2 days off after losing.
I don't believe so. No,
Right
they
back
they go
in.
right
Yeah,
back in, right? They go
that's
right
what I
back
thought.
in. So there's no rest. But what I mean is, like, if you go all the way to the end here, at least you get to dip into the semifinals of USA two. You don't have to kind of, oh
Yeah,
man, we're doing another trials. Thank you.
it's a long event,
Sure.
but
Well, some of the pro players, as you and I know, Adam, some of them will, if they don't win this, they will have deals for like the mixed, and also the seniors for some of the elderly players, as we might call them, and the women's event, I believe, is being played. Or is that at this one as well? I couldn't.
is yeah.
Okay.
There's like 2 or 3
So
teams, but
conceivably, if you don't win this one, you could play for another couple of weeks through both of those, and then
yeah, I mean,
it could be
like
crazy.
Jan and Mackenzie and all of those folks are there for like over a month.
Yeah, yeah, and that lovely. They're kicking it with those Hyatt Regency status points there.
Hmm. So the fact that he got tapped at trick two complicates the hand a little bit because he does need to set the spade suit up at some point here. So like he might run the jack of hearts now, and then somehow he has to play like ace of spades and duck a spade and rough a spade. Um, so it's not trivial.
So there was some imps gained on a previous board, but I think that was that two hearts down three at our table. They played 2 hearts down 2 at the other table. So they found their way to that 5-2 fit at both tables with ace queen 10 9 fifth off. But they just had a little bit of an imp change there. Not enough to matter.
He also needs to lead the diamond up at some point. So he might do that now. He might cash the ace of spades and then lead the diamond up. And he's not worried about any more club taps because he knows West is out of
West
clubs.
has no clubs left to deal with.
The question is just where the jack of spades is and how the spades are split. Because he would love to not have to rough a spade. So as the cards lie, ace of spades, queen of spades is the winner. But it's much easier if you play ace of spades and then cross over to the dummy and lead up towards your hand. And you see the jack, right? And you can cover with the queen. But now, if you don't have the trumps out, they could get an overruff with the 9 of hearts. So maybe you just duck a spade here. It's tricky.
Yeah. And it's no matter when you're playing bridge, right? Whether it's the first board of a multi-day event or if it's the last board and you kind of maybe think it doesn't matter, you're still trying to take every trick you can. You're trying to get every spot right, and that's what Brad's going to take his time to do here. And that's a pro player for you.
Yeah.
Grind it. They are on their way to slam at the other table.
I think he's going to lead a diamond. He needs to get that diamond trick in at some point.
Whoa, they might be able to play 4 spades redoubled at the other table. Whoa, wait, whoa. I'll let you know if it happens. We'll go there.
Okay. I mean, we're not missing much at this table.
Well, I mean, we've talked enough about it to make it interesting, but I got to tell you, interesting stuff could be happening at that table. It's not match changing at this point. It could be a significant swing, I suppose. I don't know. How many are they going to make? They're going to lose. So they could conceivably make 5 and 4 spades redoubled. So is that better than 6 hearts making 7? I think so.
4 spades redoubled.
I think they can make 5. I think they just legitimately have 2 trump losers and 4 spades redoubled. And essentially at the whatever, I'm going to take you there now. I can't keep talking about it without showing it to you. What's happening here, folks, is East bid 4 spades as key card, basically. And it's interesting, they didn't double 3 spades, but they doubled 4. And now South doubled to get some sort of lead direction against slam. He kind of wants partner if he's looking at a king over there to just lead his spade and set up a trick, probably. And the redouble by John Hurd in the West chair is alerted as, and we saw this earlier, is meant as an offer. And that essentially says, look, I can sit for 4 spades redoubled if you can. And look at Kevin's hand. I mean, if anybody could want to sit for 4 spades redoubled, it would be ace 9 fourth with a stiff club, right?
Yeah. So 4 spades doubled is 590.
But redoubled, what's the
right? So redoubled, you got to add another 120.
I'm just gonna Google it. I'm gonna go for it.
Yeah, just Google it. Greg would know. Greg has seen all of these scores. You'd think we would know scores, but
okay. So 4 spades redoubled, making 5, 2,200. Oh wait, not vulnerable. Right?
2,200?
That can't be right.
That doesn't sound right.
That can't be right. I'm on Bridge Trainer scoring. I'm too lazy to do the math, Adam. know. What's Kevin going to do? He's thinking. He's like, what else could it be? What else could it be? And for your information, they have not completed the play at the other table yet. I don't.
Four spades redoubled, making 5 is 1080.
Thank you. So it would be a
Very
very
good.
it would be a very different pathway to almost the same score. It would be like
Two
a
imps.
2-imp win for East and West here. So unfortunate. 28. What? All right. Whatever site that was, folks. I guess I can't call you out, but that was incorrect bridge scoring. It seems like you probably wouldn't be better than a Grand Slam unless you were in one. All right, taking their time here. The other table is
Brad played.
He played King of Diamonds, pitched a spade. And
So he did lead us.
he went
diamond.
went hop ace, diamond to the king now.
Right.
And now he's probably going to play
Well,
a
so
spade.
go back another trick or two because
Yeah,
I
he
think
played
he
a spade,
does.
I think.
Got the
There it is.
spade.
He played the 10 of spades to the king. Then it went ace of diamonds, diamond. Sorry. There we go.
Okay.
I'll tell you what Kevin does at the other table over there.
Right. So now he might
He's just got to draw trump and it's
draw
over.
trumps.
Yeah.
Right. He doesn't know that the spades are running.
But I don't know if he has any other option at this point, right? What else would he do from this point?
I mean, it feels like
There
ace
it
of
goes.
hearts. Okay.
I'm just going to play a heart to the king and a heart. Cashing a spade first to see if maybe he got a bad break with the spades in heart position going right for him.
But now how is he getting back to his hand? Oh, he's just playing trumps, playing spades, and West can rough in.
And then he can just rough a club and yeah, exactly. Interesting. 620.
Little convoluted, but
Good close for Fleischer, but unfortunately not enough time left for that to make a huge difference. As far as I can tell, Kevin is still thinking about this at the other table. And okay, so he bid 5-no, just pick a slam. And I would guess now they're going to play 6 hearts.
one would guess.
Yeah, interesting. He probably knows it's not worth gambling when it seems pretty likely they're going to be making slam on this. And his partner did open 2-no here with his 18 count, so I would guess he doesn't expect him to be this low on the 18 count ladder, right? This is a different auction. We saw the Cragnac Dumais auction where 2 clubs was 17 and 19. I would guess Kevin was expecting more like 19 or 20 here.
Yeah.
Well,
he's kind of like us that he had to go through in his head and figure out the score of
maybe. I mean,
double.
I know there was a time that I could whip out a pen and a paper and kind of crunch that out, but now was not that time for me, Adam. Thank you for finally finding the correct score. If we can confirm it's correct, I'm pretty sure we're good. But Adam, thanks a lot, buddy. And let's go back to our scoreboard here, and I'm just going to show you what's about to happen.
Big congratulations to both the Kaplan team and the Shuri team
Absolutely.
for making the final.
Just absolutely, and this is really exciting, especially for, I would guess, the Kaplan team, because I believe this is, and definitely for Finn, and I think Adam Kaplan, this is probably the first finals, and maybe Adam Grossack, of a trials that they've been in. So lots on the line. And then you have a super experienced Shuri team who just beat one of the favorites of the event, if not the favorite coming in. Also, you have a strong nickel team. In fact, let me flash you guys over to the USA2 runners. You still have, well, I forget about Rosenthal. You have Rosenthal there. You have Goodman, still a very strong team with Eric Rodwell, Joel Wooldridge, world champion recently. Nickel, no introduction needed. And Bailey, another strong team. So just stacked USA 2. This is why this event, especially when we have two teams going, is the most exciting, I think, and one of the best in the world right here. So congrats to Kaplan and Shuri. We'll see you guys in the final in 2 days live. We'll bring you an update between then. And Adam Parrish, thank you so much. What website can we go to find you, my friend?
AdamParrishBridge.com.
Parrishbridge.com. There you go. AdamParrishBridge.com, right?
That's right.
All right.
Yeah.
Beautiful, folks. That's with two L's, Parish. I like the logo. It's beautiful. And I will see you next time, buddy. Thank you.
All right. I'll be there for the last two segments
You got it.
on Thursday.
We'll bring them to you live, folks. We'll see you then. Thanks a lot.